Official coming in now. Coming in now. Official news. Bayern Munich are set to return back playing in May. Congratulations to the Bundesliga for handling this situation like big alpha males. I just read somewhere that Alphonso Davies is very confident that we can win the Champions League. Now, if we don't win it, we'll look like, as the British people would say, prats. We will look like prats. And now look at this, the piling of good news all around. The Bundesliga is going to return. Alphonso Davies comes out and says we're going to win the Champions League. I mean, he says, I really feel that with the quality we have, we can win the Champions League. Come on! He's saying that he wants to, and everyone in the Bayern squad wants to. Every single player in there wants to win this CL this year. Thiago is also on the verge of extending his contract. Does today get any better? Come on, does today get any better? Come on, everywhere there's good news. So the league is going to return in May because Germany has just handled this like absolute bosses. Let's be honest. Germany has 100,000 coronavirus cases and they only have 1,500 deaths. And they've absolutely hit their peak, which is incredible to see. So, I mean, I need to see the cases. I mean, look at here. So Germany has 110,000 cases. They have 2,000 deaths. And guess what? They have 31,000 recoveries. So the amount of deaths the death rate is slowly going down. The amount of new cases is slowly going down. There was a point where the cases doubled in one day, but now it's like 10,000 cases this week. This is good for Germany because now we can just get over this. The Bundesliga will return first. I'm looking at the United Kingdom. They're just having deaths. Oh my goodness, the death rate is insane. So it's very nice that the Bundesliga will return here and Germany's handled this better. I mean, people are leaving Italy to go to Germany to go get treatment. Spain is starting to get to that, recovery stage where, because it's been a few weeks, so people are starting to recover in Spain. They have a lot of cases there. Pep's mother died, very unfortunate. I mean, also the average age of people getting this in Germany is 49, whereas in Italy it's 60 and 6. Yeah, so Germany did handle this better, and because this was in the beginning, people who were going to ski resorts, they were the ones getting this. Now it's getting better. I'm so glad that the Bundesliga is just returning because we all know this. The first major league to get its football back is going to get lots of money. They're going to make lots of money, and the most important thing is that it's going to be Germany. It's going to be the Bundesliga. That's crazy because I never thought of that, but Germany have handled this the best. I mean, they've handled this the same way South Korea did, Japan did, right? I mean, look at South Korea only had 200 deaths. They only have 10,000 cases despite being so close to China. You would think they'd get more cases, but not like that. They handled it well. And Germany took some of that and handled it well as well. So when we see the league back, finally join the live stream. What's up, Arab? That's funny because everyone that's never here is here today. So that's good. So when the league returns, it's going to be played behind closed doors. And there's also reports that I've been well. I'm happier today because the league is coming back in the month. I don't think we'll have school. I don't think I'll have school back. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. I don't think I'll have school back. So it's a positive for everyone. And I'll have the league. Oh my goodness. I think we all just need the Bundesliga to come back. Even the Champions League, but that's not realistic in a month. I think the Champions League will be back in mid-summer, right? June or something. So the Champions League, when it's back, I think the Bundesliga would have finished. And this is good because it means that Bundesliga 2 clubs, who half of them are filing for are on the verge of filing for bankruptcy, which is crazy because you think clubs, I mean, when you think of professional football, you think of making hundreds of thousands. Yeah, and then you just never consider the fact that clubs are having to live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, people live paycheck to paycheck, right? Buying everything with their check and things like that. Well, clubs do. I mean, lower division clubs. This won't affect any, Bundesliga clubs. It won't affect the Dortmunds, the Leipzigs, and the Bayerns. It won't affect us. It'll just have a stain on the bank account. That's about it. It just have a little hole in there that we can just patch up once we play one game. They don't have lower league teams or the lower division teams don't have hundreds of thousands of, you know, fans all around, millions all around the world. Bayern are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Dortmund are in that top 20 of big clubs, right? Or actually Dortmund are in the top 10. So Bayern's in that equation where we are big. We get fans from all over the world buying merchandise. We came out with Iron Robin vintage or Iron Robin farewell shirts. They sold out in like a day or two, and that's crazy to me because, you know, that just shows the size of the club and the fan base. It's enthusiastic. On Instagram, we have 20 million followers. They'll post one picture of a shirt that's new, and people would have bought it out if they had stocks of it. That's what it's about. You know, we are just too big to be ruined by this. I'm not bragging. I'm totally not bragging. But Dortmund as well, Leipzig, Bayer Leverkusen, even every Bundesliga club is fine because they make lots of money from revenue, from TV and sponsors, right? Because they're in the top league. And, you know, Bayern Munich are just, you know, one of the best in the world, right? Real Madrid cut their staff salary by 20%. We didn't cut anything. The players took 20% less on their salaries. I mean, Bayern players are brilliant. Kimmich and Goretzka raised up to, I think, was it 3 million for this coronavirus? See, that's what I love. Whereas you find players in England like Jack Grealish and Kyle Walker still going to parties. In Germany, you have players, you know, good human beings, genuinely trying to make a difference in their country, raising money and trying to fight this virus. And it's worked because everyone's feeling better. And I can't wait for the league to return. I mean, geez, it's crazy because we always took the lineups for granted. I mean, just seeing the lineup an hour before the game makes all of us feel better. You know, maybe you disagree that Goretzka shouldn't be starting, or Tolisso has been crap, so he doesn't start. Maybe you don't think someone's, you know, might get injured, so you don't. You know, we've taken that stuff for granted for so long. I can't wait to get the first lineups when this. Oh man, it's always an hour, exactly an hour before the game starts. You know, and it's just crazy. So I hope Süle is back by that time. Yeah, Süle is going to be recovered by the end of this month, like fully, you know, back into team training. He was supposed to be back by the end of April, and he should be back. Truly, we took football for granted. Yeah, we did, and we took so many things for granted. I mean, god damn it, I hate to say this, but I miss school. I miss my friends. We sit at lunch and we just have conversations about football. Real Madrid, I have a friend who's a Real Madrid fan. Some of my friends don't care, but they're trying. I'm trying to convert them to this great sport. You know, he was on his way to become the best center back in the world. And yeah, I did say it last season. Nicolas Süle, this is your season to establish yourself as one of the best in the world. And you know what? He got an injury. Süle has so much potential. Let's be honest. He's tall, and weirdly enough, he's fast as hell, fast as a bullet. He's, you know, very strong, literally. And he's just good in the air. Nicolas Süle, and he has a brain. People tell me he doesn't have a brain, and he can play out of the back. Remember the passes he was making in preseason, and I was like, damn, who's this Süle? And then in the Bundesliga, he has 1 assist. He is faster than Virgil van Dijk. I mean, remember that sprint where he took the ball from his half, and it was a corner, and he dribbled all the way and missed a huge chance. But his crosses, yeah, those long balls from that center back position. He's excellent, and I miss Nicolas Süle. Nicolas, take your Süle. I miss that. I really, really do. It's just, I mean, that's what we're going to get back, though. This has been almost a blessing in disguise because we had a lot of injuries. Perisic will be back. As much as, like, he's not world class, I mean, I don't actually think we'll sign Perisic. If we do, because Perisic, to me, was a Niko Kovac signing. Perisic isn't a Hansi Flick kind of player, it doesn't look like, because, you know, Hansi Flick's wanting to play Coman, and, you know, Hansi Flick, I don't think, no, you know what, I just think that Perisic won't play. I think Hansi Flick will be thinking about young players. You know, we have Baptiste Meyer in the academy, we have Leon Dejaku, the number 16, in the second team. There's so many players we can actually bring through, right, and just get them playing games. That's important. So even these players, so we don't need Perisic. We can Zegzi. Oh my God! I want to see these young players back again. I'm really proud of our young team. I mean, the academy. We have so many up and coming players there. I mean, Thomas Muller's from our academy, and Thiago is also close to renewing his contract. That's fantastic news because I love Thiago. He's a player that he's my favorite player in the team, and not only that, in the world right now. I just love everything that he stands for, and I would, you would think I would say someone like Lewandowski in the team, or a fan favorite Alphonso Davies. It's Thiago for me. I love the technique on him. I've never seen a player with that many talents. I have never in my life seen a player as talented as Thiago is. He can tackle, dribble, intercept. He can do everything. He can pass, impeccable passing range. He could head the ball. God damn it, this guy can jump. He has a leap on him. He can win headers for us too. It's crazy because he's up there for winning headers in the squad. He's incredible, and he's on the verge of signing a new contract. Also, he can shoot. He can shoot. I mean, oh man, have you seen that volley he keeps trying, where he just outside foot volley and tries to get it in? He keeps trying it from corners, but Thiago, just very eager to see him. I'm eager to see Goretzka. There's something in his style that really draws me. Yeah, I mean the pressing, the energy he brings into the midfield. Goretzka is one of the more tenacious players in our midfield, right? There's that balance we have. We have Kimmich, Thiago, and Goretzka. There's so much dynamism in there. Goretzka and Thiago can act almost advanced midfielders a little bit. Thiago is the box-to-box defensive midfielder. Goretzka is the offensive box-to-box midfielder. It's just so... I mean, Goretzka also can score from outside the... I can't wait for this team to come back. Man City beat Bayern for Jan Koto. No, come on. Who said that? Well, no, how is Man City going to beat us? They can't beat Crystal Palace. They can't beat Manchester United. They can't. Man City are crap. Yeah, they had that one good game against Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are also pretty crap. I mean, don't tell me about Man City. Whoever said it, I know it's not you, but come on, Man City are crap. Jeez. I mean, the Premier League will probably be back in June or in early, or late May, while the Bundesliga would have been back for a few months. For a whole month. No, Jan Couto is a player, young Brazilian right back. Oh wow. So he said Man City would beat Bayern? Well, he's clearly not an intelligent player. I don't know him, never heard of him. But okay. He's 5'6". Okay, I know it sounds a bit discriminatory, but I'm not a fan of these short, players. I don't know how I feel about it, because football is moving so crazy now. You need a bit of height in the defense, not height, in the right back. You need pace. Philipp Lahm was small, but he was also one of the most intelligent players of all time. He could get away with it. Even Kimmich isn't short. Kimmich is 5'9". This guy's 5'6". From Flamengo, to be fair, Lahm was small. Yeah, but he's also one of the most intelligent players I've ever seen in my life. He just fit the ethos of the club as well. He was also, I mean, come on. I don't know who this kid is. Is he good? Come on. If he's good, then I mean, he's 17. I want Hakimi, that's why. I mean, I'm on the Hakimi bandwagon. I just think Achraf Hakimi is the second best right back in the world. I'm only saying that for political reasons, but technically, he's better than Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's faster, he can tackle, he doesn't get run over defensively, he can cross probably better. I just think Hakimi has everything in him to be a star player for years to come, if he's in the right team. And I don't think Real Madrid is the right team for him. I think he has too many strengths for Real Madrid. They're just going to make him useless. 0 red cards, that's saying something. That's fake news. What's fake news? The fact that the Bundesliga will return in May and the Premier League won't even return? Germany's handled this coronavirus, this COVID-19 situation. Yeah, it is, because they've said it is. It is. They've said they're set to return in May, and that's a fact. The Bundesliga president has said we are going to return in May with playing behind closed doors, and Germany has handled this coronavirus situation better than any country has, with a lot of cases. Germany has 110,000 cases. Guess how many deaths? 2,000. Guess how many have recovered? 32,000. Right? Germany has handled this the best. So it's only fair and logical that they allow people to start gathering at the first. And you know what's annoying is that they also think that they won't have fans in the stadium for a whole year. So the rest of this year they won't have people in the stadiums. It'll all be behind closed doors. I don't think that's true. I think that, I mean, it's not like this coronavirus thing will just be on forever. I think, yes, there will be a lot of, don't still wash your hands, right? It won't just disappear. I think that what will happen is they will just have better ways of handling it and better testing systems. And, I think people will start understanding we have to stay inside. And when the symptoms are all gone and the country is getting like 5 cases per day, I think that's when we get back into it, right? Because, I mean, this has been a pandemic, right? But I think that it's reached its peak. I think, New York had the lowest cases in one day, I think recently, and they had the lowest deaths in one day out of every day that, it's been growing exponentially. So I think that's it. He's Brazilian, so I think he could do better than Pavard. Unfortunately, Real Madrid is getting Hakimi. Real Madrid already owned Hakimi, but the thing is, Zidane likes old players. Zidane doesn't play young players. He's more of a experienced guy. Let's be honest. If Pavard hadn't scored that goal, he wouldn't be at Bayern. Let alone, he would be at Stuttgart because he was there before. But I just think he wouldn't be at Bayern. Pavard. I think Pavard is okay. I think, in a system like France, he looks good because he just has so much attacking quality around him that his attacking deficiencies aren't seen as much. Have you noticed he can't cross? And people think it's just one game or 2 games where he can't cross. He can't cross. I watched the World Cup final. This guy had so many good opportunities to pick a good decision, and he always does something weird. I think he just doesn't have the attacking IQ of someone like Kimmich or Philipp Lahm. And then defensively, he looks decent because Varane is right next to him, right? Kante is right there. So, there's so many things that I think people don't consider, right? Mbappe is tracking back sometimes. Mbappe did track back a lot. This guy had pace. But, Pavard just had all that. We're not France, right? France are in the World Cup playing, to be fair, not really hard opposition. Let's be honest. Is Croatia Dortmund? No, right? Dortmund is accumulation of some of the best players from different countries, whereas Croatia is just one country, right? So is Argentina Real Madrid? Is Argentina Bayern Munich? No, right? Because Bayern Munich is an accumulation of the best players in their best positions all over the world, right? Whereas Argentina is just the best players from that country. They weren't even starting their best players, because if they did, France would have been run over. I think, Dybala, Messi, Aguero is just too much for anyone. That should have been the front 3 of Argentina. Aguero up top. I don't care if Dybala wants to play on the left-hand side or not. He plays there. I'm putting him there. Or Di Maria on that left-hand side, right? And then Messi in the 10. There's so many things Argentina could have done, right? And then Lo Celso and Mascherano in the 2 CDMs. I don't know why Simpioli didn't play Argentina well. But still, what I'm saying is, winning the World Cup isn't as hard as winning the league. I'm being honest, because the league is about consistency. World Cup is just, we all think it's the greatest because, yes, it's hard, extremely difficult because of the passion element, but it's also, if you put Bayern Munich's team in a national team for the World Cup and you put our manager in, we're winning the World Cup. We'll make it a little monopoly. What do you all think about the whole Coutinho situation? I think Coutinho doesn't fit the Bundesliga. He doesn't fit us. He doesn't fit La Liga. I think the way he's played, he hasn't proven that he's this player that everyone thought he was at Liverpool, right? This is another example of a player that people think because he's played well in the Prem, he'll play well everywhere else. Well, he didn't. He hasn't. He hasn't proven himself playing with Messi, Suarez, and all these guys, right? And I think Coutinho just lacks a bit of confidence, and he's still a very brilliant player, but I think we should just Coutinho should go to Ajax or something. No, he can go somewhere bigger. I think he'll go up to Chelsea or something, or if it's not Chelsea, I think Inter Milan or Juventus might take him. You know, there's so many clubs all over the world. Even Barcelona could have him and reintegrate him into this side. He should go to Chelsea or Inter. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's where he should go. I don't really see him at Bayern, right? I don't. He's just not. Y'all have the same mind. Yeah, what do you know? My moderator and I have the same mind. I guess every moderator and I have the same mind. We have about 4. How there's 4? SAS, and Asland, and also Bayern Forever. Those are my 4 mods. Okay. I mean, look at this. Hakimi can pass, dribble, defend, key passes, holding on to the ball. Come on. I mean, it'd be a no-brainer if we could get him and we didn't. So like I was saying, I just don't think Zidane likes playing young players. He never was great under Lopetegui at Real until he got sacked and Zidane came in and he went back to Dani Carvajal. Lopetegui was trying to reintegrate a new team. Zidane was like, nah, I'm just going to restart Marcelo, right? He just started playing the players that he wanted, right? And then the Real Madrid had the summer they had. He bought those old established. Zidane's not even Vinicius Jr., he's been playing more, but I mean, has Zidane been really up there and pushing him into the first team? I wouldn't say so. Giovanni Reina. Jeez, the US has a few talents. Hakimi is great. Would sign Haaland, Sancho, Hakimi. Only players that will fit our style of play and are on our level. No, I don't think so at all. I don't think Haaland's on our level. Where's Haaland gonna play? He might as well just be on the bench because Robert Lewandowski's body isn't gonna allow him to get old. Lewandowski is going to turn 32 in about 6 months or so. But yeah, probably no 5 months, right? And Lewandowski could still be bagging goals. Well, no, he is. He's going. I think Lewandowski's gonna play the highest world-class level for like 3 more years. Because he doesn't tell me that, nothing about Lewandowski tells me he's going to start declining. So no, Haaland. We'll take a look at Chris Richards. Yeah, I mean, Chris Richards, academy player, right? He came to us in 2018, right? From FC Dallas. But the thing is, I don't understand where he's already 20, so how has he not gotten a first team opportunity, right? He's built well. He's 6'2" as a center back, as a right back as well, but is he one of those right backs that can just defend? I don't know, so we'll have to see. I can't just say he's good or bad, right? And none of us can say that, right? But he just has to play games. He has to come into the team. He has to play for the US as well, and then we can see him play at a better level than Bayern 2 or 3 Liga. We need him to play games, and I think as a young player he needs to play games. And you said Sancho. Why do we want Sancho? I want Sane. I don't want Sancho. Well, what are we gonna do with Sancho? We already have. Sancho is more of a, he makes a lot of mistakes. I would play him right back, but as we have attacking right backs, he doesn't fit our system. He would be kind of a Boateng. Even this Sane thing is driving me nuts. I don't know if he's just messing with us. It's not Sane messing with us. If we don't get Leroy Sane, it's because we have an incompetent board who didn't make a right decision when the time came to make the right decision. That's why if we didn't get Sancho, that would be the reason, right? Or Sane. That would be the reason, right? Because Sane had 2 weeks. He made his mind, I want to come to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich was starting to negotiate with City. We'd already agreed with Sane how he would get paid. And then guess what? What did we do? Here's what we did. We didn't tell City to not play him. We let City play him in a crucial game, right? And then in the January window, there was lots of report that Sane would have wanted to join us this January. And guess what? We didn't go through with it because we thought he'd be cheaper this summer because his contract would be less, right? So we're in a situation now where Sane probably is like, well, they don't care about me as much, but I still want to join. And now you get all these reports of Bayern going, oh, we're doubting Sane's mentality. What? You didn't doubt his mentality when you were trying to sign him last summer. Because we have technically ruined Leroy Sane's season. Because I don't think he gets that injury. I think we should have bought him with that injury. We bought Lucas Hernandez with the injury, right? Now Hernandez hasn't been getting those long. He had an ACL injury, I think. But I mean, if we really trusted Sane, we should have bought him with the injury. I heard that he changed his agents to negotiate higher pay. No, he changed his agent to get him out a move out. He got an agent who's known for getting players out of their clubs, right? And his agents were his parents, his family. So you can imagine his family would have just, yeah, that's normal. Sanchez is great. Now, I think Sancho is okay, but is he what we need? We have Gnabry. We have a right winger already, right? I think Serge Gnabry is better on the right wing. He'll score more goals because he's so good on either foot, and he assists a lot. He crosses a lot as well. So we just need Sane, a natural left winger, right? I mean, he's not really. He can play everywhere. So can Serge. So it's all about inner switching. I don't think Sancho fits us because I've seen Sane against Liverpool, crucial game, puts the ball between Alisson's legs. That's what I want. I want that I want that player. I want that player. Like there's the amount of balls you have to have in Liverpool versus Liverpool, Man City. You put the ball between his legs. Oh my God! Between the goalkeeper's legs, one of the best in the world. That's something Messi does. That's what Sane would do here. Sane got so many crucial goals. He won City 2 Premier League titles by himself almost. At times, it looked like he was unplayable. Leroy Sane is on another level. He's different gravy, all right? He's just, no one can tell me anything about Leroy Sane. I've seen the guy play on TV. He looks like he's Messi on the left wing, okay? He legitimately just reminds, the way he plays, he doesn't complicate things as well. He's so simple, effortless. He nutmegs you and then gets in, puts a brilliant cross in, and City scores some normal goal. He's crazy. Yeah, what does everyone prefer? Sane or Timo Werner? Just okay. So people are saying Sane. Okay. I mean, Hansi Flick has come out and said, there is potential to play a 2-striker system, but we've never played with 2 strikers, right? We've just never played with 2 strikers. So that was a weird question because everyone's gonna say Sane. See, I like Werner. I just think that Werner just doesn't have that killer instinct Sane has. The killer instinct. I mean, look at the goal that Sane scored versus Holland, right? It's just him on his right foot, and he cuts in, bang, 1 goal. That's what I like. That's that R9 type finish. That's what R9 would do. That's what Lewandowski. Well, Lewandowski isn't like some R9. I mean, I love Lewa, but he's not R9. R9 is probably my favorite striker of all time. I think R9 would be my top 5 for the greatest players in the world. For me, it's Messi, Ronaldinho, and then I think Philippe Lam for players of all time. As much as I think and Arjen Robben is my favorite player of all time, he didn't reach his max prime. 2014-15 Robben was on a new level, right? Even 2013 Robben, even when he did get injuries, Robben. Without injuries, Arjen Robben would be in the in that Messi Ronaldo debate. I think a lot of my friends did say Arjen Robben it's Messi, it's Ronaldo, it's Robben. That's what they said because Robben just looked different class. I mean, this guy any moment in the game cut inside, smack a goal, top bins. That's what Robben could do. Not concerned about that. Only Bayern. Schalke would beat City right now. Change my mind. I think a lot of teams would beat City. I think Manchester City would be getting absolutely clattered by Schalke. What I've seen Schalke do is City just. The thing with City is they look good versus, in games that matter. But the thing is, if it was just a normal game, I think City struggled. Their defense is abysmal. Think about it. City's defense is one of the worst defense for a top team I've seen. Remember when he destroyed Spain? Yeah, Arjen Robben single-handedly took Spain to the graveyard and dug a hole and smashed them and killed them while they were dead. That's what Robben could do. He was just Ramos. He wasn't doing it to some defender that we've never heard of. He was doing this to Ramos and Piqué and Casillas and Carvajal. He was doing this to these people. That's what Robben could do. Arjen Robben was different class when he was here, right? That's what I want. I want that killer instinct of Robben. Ribéry and Robben, people ask me who's better. I think it's, Ribéry was more of an assist. Ribéry reminds me of, Sancho kind of reminds me of Ribéry, getting a lot of assists, right? Not too much of a goal scorer. Robben was everything. He could give you assists, give you goals, crucial goals. Look at the goals he scored. It was always in the big games, right? That's what Gnabry is starting to do. starting to score in big games, quarterfinals versus Chelsea, 2 goals in like, and it's not like he was playing brilliant in the game. Robin would just come up and score 2 goals. A corner, Gnabry will cut inside and score a nice goal, right? Has the best left foot in the world. He does. I don't know. Messi, you can say, but Messi's more of a, just place it. He passes the ball into the net. He dribbles with his left foot. But in terms of shooting, Robin's left foot could shoot from anywhere, and he'd still curl it top bins. That's what this guy could do. This guy was a different class. This guy could be on the left wing, trying to make a cross, and he'd probably still finesse shot it in. That's what Robin could do. The only problem with Coman, he keeps dancing. He has so much potential. Yeah, Coman keeps trying to make players look stupid and dribble them and have them on the floor, licking the floor. But the thing with Coman is he doesn't have the killer instinct of Robin. He doesn't have the football IQ and technicality of Frank Ribery. As a dribbler, Coman is so reminiscent of Ribery in a lot of ways, where he could just stand there and chop people all over the place and create space. Ribery did it so well, where he just chop you up, create some space, pass into it, and that's how you get a goal. But Coman doesn't have the IQ to do that. The end product is not satisfactory, that is true. Coman isn't Bayern quality, more Leipzig Dortmund quality. Yeah, that's superb. Why is everyone so spot on today? Coman is not Bayern quality. Yeah, he will fit Dortmund and Leipzig. I think Coman just doesn't have that killer instinct that I want. That's why I want Sane so bad. I'd sell Sane, give him to City or something even. Coman, and then get Sane in. Because, this guy could, he's so effortless on the pitch. That's what I want, He just reminds me of a Messi, but 6 foot tall. That's what he reminds me of. Because Lionel Messi would so easy. He just makes one movement. I saw Sane. He was crowded in space. He made one touch, not mega player. He was off pressure and he passed it. That's what Sane does, man. And that's what Messi does. Do you rate Onana? Oh, I think he's great. I love Andre Onana, right? I think he's superb. The guy. I don't know how he hasn't made a move to Chelsea yet, because Chelsea are in for him. But 6'3", 24. Oh, he's young. And he destroyed Bayern. This guy could save the Titanic from sinking. I think he's going to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world at a top club. I think he has he's a leader at the back. He's commanding in his box. He's very, very loud and vocal. You can tell he's almost the Ajax captain, right? Behind the lit. And guess what? He's just very tall, and he's only 24. I think that's great, and he has a lot of years on him. And I think he'd fit Chelsea so well if he went to Chelsea. And he plays just excellent every game I've seen. I mean, the game versus Bayern, both games versus Bayern, this guy, he saved everything. Oh my god. Ajax drew with us because Onana. Oh my god. Yeah, he's superb. I see him going to Juventus more though. Would you take Sane over Sancho? Too, if I offered you one, you seem obsessed with Sane. As much as Sancho is gonna be, he's gonna be, wavy in the future. He's gonna be a world beater. Sane is already a world beater. He's won City Premier Leagues. This guy. I've never seen a player just place a ball in between Alisson's legs with no effort. That's what Sane does. Rummenigge is just get a Sane. Rummenigge is the one who was pushing for Sane, right? I mean, he's always the one pushing for the more technical players, and then we have people who would push for more Havertz type signings, where it's efficiency players. You just need to balance. He's a great keeper, and Chelsea will be lucky. Whatever team gets Onana, they're getting a steal. I've always said this, even though people would tell me, oh yeah, he plays in the Eredivisie, but I've watched highlights of this guy, and I'm just there like, this guy is world. He can pass the ball too. He's very composed. He reminds me of a Neuer, right? He can come off his line. He reminds me. He has so many things reminiscent of how Neuer played. I wanted him. I really did. At a point where Neuer wasn't playing well, we played Ajax. Onana was all over the place. He's also very good at saving pens, which is weird because most goalkeepers were just okay at it. But his reflexes is good as well. I mean, he's commanding in his box, which is something important, right? And close range, long range, give him anything, he's gonna save it. That's what I like about Onana. And I'm clearly not reading One Football because I love this website. It's just so filled with information. Why didn't Bayern move for Ziyech to replace Coutinho? Because Ziyech isn't a Bayern player. We don't like these technical number 10s. We like players like players that make runs off the 10, right? Off the striker, like MULLER, second strikers. We don't play with a 10 because we have so much creativity everywhere. We don't really need a focal number 10. That's why Coutinho's not there. That's why Ziyech isn't coming, right? We were linked to them, right? But just doesn't happen because we've never, we like those second strikers. That's why Kroos went. Kroos was more of a 10 than a 6 or than an 8. So that's why we have so many players that have left that have been 10s. We don't like technical number 10s, who are small and can make passes. We don't like that. We like our tall, second strikers who can make space like Goretzka. I like Havertz. That's why we're looking at Havertz. Havertz isn't really a number. He plays the number 10, but he plays more as a second striker. That's why I think if there's a number 10 I want, it's João Felix. He makes runs off the striker. He scores loads of goals and assists a lot. That's what I like. Krul is the best penalty killer. Tim Krul, okay. Ziyech is literally Coutinho. Yeah, they're so similar. I mean, I love Ziyech's. One thing I like about Ziyech is that have you seen that pass where he's like at the edge of, he's almost in the right wing position, then he just makes a back post cross. It looks like he's shooting, but it's so pacey that he just gets somewhere. He's gotten so many assists that way. That's gonna be I know how to do that cross from my right foot. I can do that exact Ziyech cross. That cross, just bang. I can do it. It's so difficult to defend, and I've had to defend those crosses because one thing is the cross is coming in down, and you don't know how to position your body. Do you want to head it? But if you try to control it, because ultimately it's in your face. If you try to defend it, it's an own goal. Like if you try to stop it, it's a big chance it gets in the back of your net. But if you let it go, there's a big chance that the guy coming near post. The only way to defend that cross is that your goalkeeper has to be aware of it and just come out. That's it. It's one of the best crosses that I've ever seen. You see Pirlo do it. Pirlo just sits there at the right wing position and then just crosses it in. I've seen Lukaku do it. Sits the right wing and crosses it in. I love those in-swinging. They're not like crosses with your, they're the opposite side of, a cross usually goes like this or like this. But this cross goes like this, like that. It's very, very interesting. I just love that cross. Ziyech does it. Coutinho did it. That goal Gnabry scored, where it just looked so easy. It was a tap-in because it went like this and then in. Euro last four prediction, so the semifinals. I think Germany is gonna, because of the whole, I think Germany's gonna get up there. I think Netherlands. I really want the Netherlands to win it because it's Robin. I just have a love for the Netherlands. I don't know why. I really wanted them to beat Argentina and they didn't, and get to the World Cup final because Robin needed that World Cup. If Netherlands win, Robin did it. I don't care. Yeah, and who else? Who else would be in there? I think France, definitely. And so France, Netherlands, and Germany. And who else? I think Portugal is one of those teams. Oh, Spain, those four. I don't think England's getting in there. I think England's gonna pick up France and get touched. I've seen De Bruyne do it. Yeah, De Bruyne. He does. I mean, he doesn't do it as much because his crosses are more low ground, pacey. Get to Sterling, get to Sane, somewhere, or get to Aguero, get to somewhere at the edge, and then those are the crosses. But man, that in swing, I love that cross. It's so good. I've played in that box to box midfield role, and I've had a few crosses like that. Not in games. I don't think I've had it a lot of times in games, but it's just so beautiful because if you get it right, it's a goal every time. If you get the pacing, because if it's like a floated cross, it doesn't. If it's a long pass to the but if it's just the in-swinger, right? Pogba's done it so many times. It's just crazy. Portugal, Belgium, England. I don't think they're in it. Even I'm a CDM. That's good. That's nice. I'm a CDM as well. I converted to CDM not a year and a half ago, right? I've always been a winger, but I just have too much energy. My God, it requires a lot of risk taking. Yeah, CDM is crazy because I never thought this. You just have. It's all you're thinking every second. What am I gonna do? What pass am I gonna create? You know, let me create a passing angle. Let me. Should I drop deep and should I pass to here or should I just recycle possession? It's so much thinking. And defensively, it's the hardest job on the pitch. I think it's so crowded. You're expected to protect your back four, but then all the time it's like sometimes you just look at the play happening in front of you, and it's so much anticipation. I'm a right back, but CDM is the nicest place to be honest. No wonder Kimmich wants to play there. So you asked me Belgium, England, Portugal. I think Portugal doesn't have that quality that I think they won the Nations League, but come on, Netherlands are bottlers. They're just that's the only reason, right? And Belgium, I don't see all their quality. I do understand they have Hazard and they have De Bruyne and Lukaku, right? And Tielemans, but they just don't have that system. They're always counterattacking, and I feel like a team like France that came against them, who can defend very well, will take them out. A German team that can attack and defend well and press you high, you'll lose that. England are just England. They'll never win anything. I'm a left back. Yeah, I've played left back. Yeah, a game I was half injured, so I was coming back from injury, so they were trying to ease me back into the team. Injury 4 days. I was injured for about 4 or 5 days. It was like an ankle. Like I recovered fast. I've never really gotten injuries, but I got injured. They put me first half I played left back. Second half I played right back, and then towards the end I went back to the midfield CDM position. But God, it's so easy to play left back. All you have to do is show them down the line. That's all you do. But when you go forward, that's when it gets really hard, because you're having to think, okay, if I move forward here, what about the space behind me? You have to always constantly think about the space behind you, because the worst thing for a fullback is they just send a ball over the top and you're either not there or you're just not aware. So that's the worst thing, and you just always have to be aware of it. Their back line is aged. Yeah, that's right. Who are you talking about though? Yeah, so when I played right back as well, it's because I'm right-footed, but I'm not left-footed. I would be an inverted fullback. I don't use my left foot. I just have never done it. Maybe I'll pass like a simple pass. I'm not gonna make a long ball with my left foot. I don't trust it. I think my left foot is the R word. I don't like it. That's one of my things I don't like. I don't like the fact that I can't play on my left foot. It's true what you're saying, but as I'm a good dribbler, this is quite easy. I'm getting played left back, but my left foot is trash. Down the middle, I'm trash too. As a winger, the reason why I decided not to be a winger is I'm a dribbler. I emulated my game around Ronaldinho, so you can imagine me as CDM trying to do little flicks all over the place, and I do that. And and also when I played center back as well, I always step out of the back. I almost got an assist if the kid hadn't hit the post. It was an easy chance because I stepped out of the back, got the ball, dribbled halfway across the pitch, put him inside, and he hit the post. Right? Dribbling for me is just something that I want to do and I like doing. That's why I like more technical players, because I like to play like that. I like Messi because I want to play like him. I like Ronaldinho, and I like Philippe Lam because the intelligence, right? I like football played in the head and with your feet and with your intelligence. But if you don't have any of them, I just don't like that. That's why I like efficiency as well, but not too much efficiency where it's boring, because you can just have a team full of your Jordan Hendersons, right? You can have a team full of players that just work hard and are efficient. But you need footballers in your football team, because that's what really, at the end of the day, will entertain people. People don't remember you if you always had a 95% passing accuracy, right? People won't remember that, but they'll remember the risk-taking passes you had. Winger to center back, that's tough. No, winger to CDM. Mate, I told you Bundesliga back whilst EPS are stuck at home. EPL. Yep. And you have Kyle Walker and Jack Grealish going to parties, drinking beer, and it's pretty tough, to be honest. Let's imagine you're 24, you're a kid, you don't have a wife and kids. You might as well just go and have fun. That's Jack Grealish, isn't it? But I don't understand why. Yeah, that's why I like Pogba as well. It's I like to play. I play a lot, like Pogba. That's why I like Thiago, because I want to reminisce. I don't think I can make Thiago's style of play mine, but I like dribbling. I'm really. It's weird because they always said I'm. You know, I just when I dribble, you know, I just it's weird because like it looks sometimes I'm like, well, I don't like how I dribble but it works because you know my dribbling relies so much on my physicality, right? It relies on it's not really about the swift turns and that. It's not any of that. I'll take the ball, take one touch, I'll put a ball right where I need it to be, and then I'll have 2 steps and that I'm already where the ball is. And then, you know, that's it. That's how I dribble. That's how I dribble. But I do have a lot of tricks. It's midnight. Alright, if you gotta go, go. Kyle Walker with good night. Kyle Walker with an escort party. Grealish is mindless, but Walker, Jesus, man, you're nearly 30. He shouldn't need whores. Wait, he had, oh my god. Oh yeah, I read somewhere, he did have sex workers. What's wrong with him? Why would he do that? I used to be track runner, so I just sprint. I don't like sprinting, but I do. Good night, Sing, Iron Man, Sing. Be sure to see you next time around. Alright, I will be going off in a few, like maybe 2 minutes. I used to be, I read that. Yeah, so hopefully when the Bundesliga returns, we're all back to normal. When football in general returns, when the Champions League returns. I mean, how long is it going to be until we see fans in stadiums? I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to be very, very weird. So, you know, I watched PSG versus Dortmund. It just, when Neymar scored, where was he going? He went to the corner, but no one was there. Usually you go to the corner because, you know, fans will be screaming, yes! You know, and you can't go to the back of the goal because that's probably the opposition fans, but your fans are just in the, but it's weird, you know, it's just so weird. Where's Lewandowski gonna go do this? Are you gonna slide on the floor? You know, it's just weird. So hopefully we get fans back after the return shortly, because I can't watch it. It's not the same experience with no fans. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Worst of it, it's Pep's mom died from COVID and Walker running around with whores. Pep's face to face with Walker will be, yeah, that's true. It's so sad. Pep's mother died. I've never, you know, that's very sad. I just, you know, I mean, think about it. You're Pep Guardiola, one of the most popular managers in the world. You get a phone call that your mom has died from a virus, and then the next day, your player, one of your star players, or Kyle Walker, is out with whores. You know, and in a time like this, what are you going to feel like, you know? As much as, yeah, it's not going to affect footballers because they have fit bodies, yeah, they can fight it off. I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi was done with it in a few days. But I can't imagine. Good night, dude. Good night, why though? Just smacks lots of sense from Walker and Grealish. Yeah, I don't know why it's always British players, English players for that matter. Not any, actually, there's a lot. Rashford has been doing a lot of charity work, which I really do respect. For someone with influence, I think he's been feeding the entire Manchester area, which is very good to see. Whilst Havertz and Hummels are tucked up at home. Yeah, and you have Kimmich, Goretzka raising like, was it 3 million to give to the German hospitals to fight this thing. You look like a mix of Ozil and Edward. How do I look like Ozil? I have big eyes. Ozil looks like he's sleeping. Edward, I've never heard of this guy. Well, I've heard of him, I just don't. That's crazy. Oh, I kind of look like him. He kind of looks like me, actually. He plays for Stuttgart, but he is from the Bayern Academy. Hopefully he does well. You know, it's always weird how players just leave your academy. I just want them to do well, you know. Ozil literally has small eyes, doesn't he? Oh no, actually he has big eyes. Never mind. No, but he looks like he's sleeping. No, actually no, Ozil has small eyes. Nah, no, come on. You have to respect Rashford's charity. Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's good for them. I mean, I like when players do that. It's just, even in times like this, you know, players, footballers especially, they have such a huge sphere of influence. You know, footballers don't know how much influence they have. Someone's life could be dependent on if a footballer, you know, does something good, literally. Goretzka's class act, thank a few he ain't English. Declan Rice versus Lyon, no contest. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I hope England does find a way. We'll end in a few seconds, but thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope English, it's starting to change. You can see the cultural shift, right? Jack Grealish, he looks like a technical player. But I mean, he does this stuff, but still, I haven't seen that many. I mean, I like James Madison. Is it James Madison or I don't know, Daniel Madison? From Leicester. He looks so technical. The first few British players I've seen that play that technical. Yeah, Declan. Yeah, I know. Darren, right? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mias and Mia and peace.